Do you ever look at your bank account and just think, I work so hard, so why does it feel like I'm running on a treadmill? You pay the bills, you try to save a little, maybe you even dabble in investing. But the days turn into weeks, the weeks turn into years, and that feeling of real financial progress just isn't there. Deep down, you start to wonder, am I actually building wealth, or am I just getting better at surviving? Here's the uncomfortable truth. Your income matters, of course it does, but your habits matter so much more. Wealth isn't built by one big stock pick or some secret crypto coin. It's built by the small, almost boring things you do every single day, over and over again. And the people who win financially in 2026 and beyond want to be the ones with the highest IQs. They'll be the ones with the most consistent habits. So in this video, I'm going to share 10 wealth habits that genuinely change financial futures. This isn't hype. It's not get-rich-quick nonsense. These are real, practical habits backed by how money actually works in the real world. Make sure you stay until the end, because the final habit is the one almost nobody talks about, yet it quietly separates the people who struggle forever from those who build lasting wealth. Let's get started. Habit number 1. Pay yourself first, automatically. Look, most people try to save whatever is left over at the end of the month. The problem? There's never anything left. Life just happens. Instead, the moment your paycheck hits your account, automate a transfer to your savings and investment accounts. Even if it's just $50. This simple act removes emotion and willpower from the equation. It makes saving non-negotiable. You're telling your money where to go, instead of wondering where it went. Wealth grows when saving is a fixed expense, just like your rent. Habit number 2. Track your net worth, not just your income. Chasing a higher salary feels good, but it's a vanity metric. Your net worth tells the truth about your financial health. Once a month, open a simple spreadsheet. List everything you own, your cash, investments, the value of your car, and subtract everything you owe, credit card debt, student loans, your mortgage. That one single number is your financial scorecard. Here's what's so powerful about this. It completely changes your decision-making. That $5,000 vacation doesn't just cost $5,000. You see it directly reduce your net worth. Suddenly, you start making choices that actually move the needle up, not just choices that make you look good. Habit number 3. Delay lifestyle upgrades. This is where most people get tripped up. You get a raise or a bonus, and the first thought is, what can I buy? A new car, a bigger apartment, fancier dinners. But here's the secret. Wealthy people intentionally keep their lifestyle the same for longer than average people are comfortable with. When your income goes up, your first move shouldn't be to increase your spending. It should be to increase your investment rate. That gap you create, the space between what you earn and what you spend, is the soil where wealth compounds and grows. Upgrade your investments first, then, slowly, upgrade your lifestyle. Habit number 4. Build a 6-month safety net. An emergency fund doesn't make you rich, but it is the single most important thing that keeps you from becoming poor again. Nothing destroys wealth faster than making financial decisions out of panic. When you lose your job or your car breaks down, a person with no savings has to sell their investments at a loss or go into high-interest debt. But a person with 6 months of living expenses saved in a high-yield savings account has options. They have breathing room. They can negotiate from a position of strength, not desperation. An emergency fund isn't just money. It's a financial superpower that gives you confidence and peace of mind. Habit number 5. Learn one new money skill every year. You don't need to become a Wall Street wizard. You just need to get a little bit smarter every year. Maybe this year, you decide to finally understand how your 401k actually works. Next year, you learn the basics of tax optimization. The year after, you practice negotiation. Just imagine spending only 20 minutes a day reading a book or watching videos about personal finance. Over a year, that's over 120 hours of financial education. This is how you quietly and consistently raise your financial ceiling without even realizing it. Habit number 6. Separate your identity from your spending. Here's what most people don't realize. Most bad money decisions aren't really about money. They're about identity. We buy things to signal success. We spend money to cope with a bad day. We upgrade our phone to feel like we're keeping up. When you tie your self-worth to what you own, you're stuck in a game you can never win. The moment you untangle your identity from your possessions, your finances can finally breathe. You start buying things for their utility, not for their validation. And that is true financial freedom. Habit number 7. Invest before you feel ready. This is a big one. So many people are sitting on the sidelines, waiting for the perfect time to invest. They're waiting until they have more money, or until they know more, or until the market feels safe. Here's the secret. That perfect time never comes. Waiting is a form of financial procrastination. The key is to start small, start scared, and start imperfectly. Time in the market is vastly more important than timing the market. Action builds confidence. It's not the other way around. Open that investment account and put in $100. The act of starting is more important than the amount. Habit number 8. Review your money weekly. We scroll through social media dozens of times a day, but we'll ignore our bank accounts for months. This has to change. Set a 10-minute appointment with yourself every Sunday morning. Just 10 minutes. In that time, you log in, check your balances, review your spending from the past week, and glance at your financial goals. That's it. You don't need to do anything complicated. The simple act of awareness is incredibly powerful. You'll catch that subscription you forgot about. You'll see where you overspent. This simple habit prevents small financial leaks from turning into massive, expensive floods. Habit number 9. Choose your environment over your willpower. Let's be honest, willpower is a finite resource. It fades. You can't rely on it to make smart money choices every single day. Your environment, however, is constant. So curate it. Unfollow the influencers who just flex their luxury lifestyles and follow people who are actually building businesses and sharing real knowledge. Talk about money with friends who have good habits. Listen to podcasts that normalize saving and investing. When your entire environment makes smart financial behavior feel normal, you don't need willpower anymore. Your environment will shape your outcomes more than your motivation ever will. And finally, habit number 10, the one that ties everything together. Think in decades, not in months. We live in a world of instant gratification, and we apply that mindset to our finances. We get frustrated when we don't see huge results in 6 months. But real wealth doesn't work that way. It doesn't change fast, but it changes dramatically over time. When you start thinking in terms of 10 or 20 years, your entire strategy shifts. You stop chasing fads. You stop panicking during market downturns. You stop quitting too early. You just stay the course. Patience isn't a passive act. It's an active, strategic decision to let compounding do its magic. So, those are the 10 habits. But I promised you a bonus, and this might be the most powerful one of all. Ask yourself regularly, what would the financially confident, future version of me do in this situation? Would they make that impulse purchase? Would they skip their investment this month? Or would they make the choice that aligns with their long-term goals? Act like the person you want to become. Wealth grows fastest when your daily actions are aligned with your future identity, not your current emotions. Start with just one of these habits this week. Automate that first transfer. Calculate your net worth. Choose one and commit. Because your financial future isn't going to be determined by some event in 2026. It's being determined by what you do today. Thanks for watching. If this was helpful, give it a like and subscribe for more content that gives you real, actionable advice. See you in the next one.